Hey, I'm Paul and we're here at New Generation C Church. And Russ, thanks heaps for today for preaching. That was excellent. So Psalm 23, has that been something that's been an important scripture for you?
Yeah, I think just in the last 2 weeks I've really gotten into the psalm and just been feeling that God is just wanting to shepherd the church and just pour out His love upon the church. I think sometimes we can just feel like we drift away from God, particularly in winter. Sometimes it's hard to get up in the morning and just spend time with God, and just to remind the people that God is our shepherd, and our relationship with Him is just the key relationship in our lives.
So I have a question for you. How do we ensure that we're following the shepherd compared to, say, the majority of other Christians?
I think it's important to be a part of a local church. I think that's the pattern that God has given. He's put leadership in place for a reason, and I think that leadership that you belong to should be a leadership that you can trust, that you know who preach sound doctrine. And I think it's important that you get into the Word yourself and spend a good amount of time reading the Word, because sometimes we can get into reading a lot of other material at the expense of reading the Word. As a rule of thumb, I just try and, as much as I'm reading other books and other material, I'm trying to read as much of the Bible, just so that I'm constantly going back to God's Word and using that as my standard, not other books and other people's revelation.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Another question for you. What are different ways that God can speak to us specifically?
I think God speaks to us through different ways. He speaks to us through His Word. He speaks to us just through in our innermost being. We sometimes get a sense of God saying something to us, and that's one of the ways that God speaks to us. He also speaks to us through the preached word, and guys preaching messages on a Sunday, God is actually speaking through that. He speaks to us through other people, just in our everyday life, even non-believers. God speaks to us through various different means. For me, I mentioned it in the preach that the most common way that God speaks is through His Word.
Through the Word,
But He does use other formats. And sometimes it's audibly. I'd love to hear God's voice audibly, but up to this day, I haven't yet.
That's right. Yeah. Well, thanks heaps, Russ. It was a fantastic preach, and I hope you have a great afternoon.
Thank you.